Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Snarky Shark Week on Meaningful Motivations with Tracey Erickson. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracey Erickson, and this is a pick a card tarot reading for the Snarky Shark Week. And in this particular reading, I've already drawn 3 different piles of cards for you to choose from. And the particular question that was on my mind as I drew these cards is, what does your shadow need you to hear right now? So what message does your shadow have for you right now at this moment? So take a moment now and look at these 3 piles of cards and choose whichever pile you are most drawn to. This is card number 1, this is card number 2, and this is card number 3. And I'll be sure to put the timestamps down in the description box down below, as well as in the comment section. So go ahead and choose your pile of cards and go pick card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3, and see what it is that your shadow needs you to hear right now. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 1. So what we have here is 1 card from the Snarky Shark deck, followed by 3 cards from the Deviant Moon deck, and 2 cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So we're just going to find out what message your shadow self has for you right now. And from Snarky Shark, it says here, freedom. Stuck in seaweed. Time to untangle the mess and free yourself from drama. So your shadow self is saying that anything that's holding you down in this drama mindset is actually taking away your freedom. So it's going to be important for you to know when you are kind of like engaging in this drama when you don't even know it, right? Because that's what your shadow is all about, doing things that is kind of like unconscious. So what the freedom card is asking you to do is to catch yourself now. So if you find yourself gossiping, complaining, or otherwise wrapped up in drama, now's the time to catch yourself and free yourself from that drama. From the Deviant Moon, first we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is taking a look at how he's feeling, right? Because he's gazing at this cup. And he actually has quite a good control over his emotions. So from your shadow self, from the Deviant Moon deck, it's asking you, with the full moon here, to bring your full awareness on how situations are making you feel right now. Similar to what the Snarky Shark was trying to say. Next is the 9 of Cups from the Deviant Moon deck. And this card is asking you to pay attention to what it is that you are following with your emotions. What do you desire? Because whatever it is that you desire is what you are bringing forth. You have all of these different options, right? So it's all a matter of, are you following your own thoughts or the thoughts of another, like the genie in this lamp, for instance? Wow, you guys, we have another cup card, and we have the Ace of Cups. Again, this Ace of Cups has the figure here gazing into this cup, and the full moon is shining the moonbeam down into the cup as well. So basically, from your shadow, what you need to know right now is to pay close attention to the way things are making you feel. Because this feeling of freedom is needing to come through, right? And so it's going to be through your emotions, how every situation is making you feel. And that's going to be what gives you the clues that you need to understand what you need to let go of as far as drama is concerned and what you should be putting your attention on. So it's going to be important for you to follow those inner guidances from your emotions and your intuition. And then from the Queen of the Moon, we have 2 cards for advice for you guys who picked pile number 1. The first card is self-love, and the second card is the path. So, honestly, if you step away from the drama, that is a sense of freedom, like the Snarky Shark said. The drama in your life, in whatever form it shows up as, is holding you back like a shark that is stuck in seaweed. So, you have to know to love yourself enough to remove yourself from those wrong paths in the dark, those dark unconscious paths you put yourself on in the form of drama. And you need to love yourself enough to put yourself on the path into this new awareness where you're actually calling in what it is you actually want in your life. All right, for all of you who picked pile number 1, that was your reading. Don't forget to click the like button if you're still here right now. And leave me a comment down below if this reading resonates with you and if you picked pile number 1. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 2. So, I've already pre-shuffled these for us, and it looks like we have 1 card from the Snarky Shark deck, 3 cards from the Deviant Moon deck, and we're going to end it on 2 cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. All right, so let's start with the Snarky Shark. So this is a message from your shadow self, what you need to know right now. And this says timing. You would have better luck swimming with sharks. Try again at a later date. So what is it that you're trying to force right now? Because with this timing card, the feeling I'm getting from the shadow is that rather than waiting for divine timing, it's almost like you're trying to force something to happen, and it's just simply not the time right now. It literally says you would have better luck swimming with the sharks. So, where in your life are you trying to force something to happen when it's not really quite the time for it to come through? But let's see what else the Deviant Moon deck has for us. All right, so first is the 7 of Pentacles. And as you can see, it looks like the pentacles are almost like fruit growing on this dead tree right now, right? It's like the tree's out of season. And the figure on this card is like stabbing the tree with this wand, and there's some blood coming out. So again, I'm just getting that, it's a thing about timing, because the tree doesn't even look like it's ready to bloom at this time. And trying to force it is only hurting the tree, right? Because as she's poking at the tree, the blood's coming out. The next card we have is the 9 of Pentacles. Wow, you guys, we got a couple of pentacles in a row. Pile number 1 got all the cups. So this is all about bringing your timing. Again, in the regular Rider-Waite deck, the 9 of Pentacles is all about having patience, right? So again, this is going to be about divine timing. So it's all about knowing when is the time, and when's the time to wait, and when is the time to harvest, right? So it's kind of like gather up your energy, because this is the time to be gathering the energy. And finally, we have the Tower card. And this Tower card is basically an indication that when you try to force something, the divine timing is going to happen when it's going to happen, no matter what. Even if it's going to make you fall on your head, like the image falling out of the tower in this card. The Tower card is about a sudden thing happening out of your control. So I feel like whatever it is that you're trying to force is literally just, it's creating this sense of chaos in the divine timing of things. And if you continue to try to force it, you may have a tower situation where, something's going to be forced on you outside of your control. So I believe that at this time, the reading is just saying you need divine patience for divine timing in a certain situation. It's time to just basically to water and feed and nourish the plant right now. The idea, it's just time to nourish that idea, to give it the proper food that it needs to grow. Because if you continue to force this issue in your life, whatever this is referring to, the universe will have other plans to put you back into your place. And look at this. The first card of our Queen of the Moon was blossoming. And what did I say? It's not necessarily the time yet for the blossoming. You have to know when is the proper timing. And oh my gosh, the next card we had from the Queen of the Moon was patience. So you need patience for the proper timing. That's exactly what this reading has been saying the entire time. I love how it all came together so perfectly. But if you chose pile number 2, there's something that is taking a while. You feel like it might be taking a while. You might be feeling impatient about the results. But you must know that right now it's going to require patience, because everything is blossoming in its own divine timing. All right, pile number 2. If you're still here, don't forget to click the like button on this video and leave me a comment down below if you chose pile number 2, and let me know if this reading resonates with you. Thank you guys so much for being here and spending your time with me. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 3. So I already pre-shuffled the cards for each of the piles. So what we have here is 1 card from the Snarky Shark deck to start the reading. And then we have 3 cards from the Deviant Moon deck to clarify. And 2 cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle as advice moving forward. And the question that I had in mind as I shuffled each of these piles of cards is, what does your shadow have to tell you right now? What message does your shadow self have for you? So this is like your unconscious side. And the Snarky Shark says, education. Fish swim in schools for a reason. Education will improve your life dramatically. So if you picked pile number 3, there is a particular situation in your life that you may need to learn a little more about before moving forward. It's literally going to be important for you to learn something right now. That is what the message of your shadow is trying to say if you picked pile number 3. Let's see what the Deviant Moon has for you. First, we have the Hanged Man, which makes total sense when it comes to education. So, as a message from your shadow, the Hanged Man is basically saying to basically change your perspective about a particular situation, to give yourself time. See the clock? Hanging, like when you hang upside down, you see the world from a different perspective. So, what the Hangman is asking you to do is to spend time looking at the situation from different perspectives. And another great way to do that would be to read up on it or to learn about it, to learn the different angles, different perspectives that take place regarding this situation. Next, from the Deviant Moon, we have the 8 of Cups. So there's definitely something that emotionally you're ready to walk away from. All right? So whether it's your old knowledge of something, the old way that you used to see something or feel about something, it's like you're walking away from that, maybe after having this new perspective take place. And the last card is the 4 of Cups. As you can see, this, the image is of the man sitting on the balcony dumping this 1 cup into the ocean while he has 3 other cups along with a key right next to him. So literally, again, it's like walking away from a particular feeling or emotion about something in order to find that you have other feelings regarding the same situation. But it's like you maybe were too attached to a particular way of feeling in the past, that it's going to take this new perspective and this walking away to actually recognize what is already there all along with the key. All right, pile number 3. Now let's see what the Queen of the Moon Oracle had. The 2 cards were fear and balance. Look at this, you guys. The fear is like these birds are on a string, right? So the fear is what's holding you back from seeing things from a different perspective. The fear is what's keeping her down, right? Down here in this lower awareness. But if only she could break through all of this darkness, she could have a whole new awareness represented by that moon that's actually shining brighter than the darkened awareness she has down there in fear. So maybe the emotion that you need to be walking away from at this time is fear. Fear of the unknown, right? So as you begin to clear the fog in your mind, which we could say is fear, you will begin to gain a new balance, a new perspective, and a new awareness based on this moon that's glowing in her hands. So letting go of fears of the unknown will help you to clear your mind. And also to find balance, it's going to be important to learn something new. So education will improve your life dramatically. So it's going to be very important for you to seek more information and knowledge regarding a certain situation in your life, something that you're afraid to move forward in. All right, pile number 3. If you're still here, don't forget to click the like button on this video. And thank you all so much for being here. Be sure to leave a comment down below if you chose pile number 3, and let me know if this reading resonates with you. Thank you all so much for being here and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.